Hi and welcome to the second part of Stop Saying Very in English, where you are upgrading your vocabulary, adding 50 new words in the place of very, so that you can sound more confident and fluent at English conversations. And if you missed our first part of this series, there's a link given at descriptions, or you can click on this I button at the right top of this video. And I'm sure that the last video can give you a lot of ideas and words so that you can sound more confident. In part 1 video, we have covered 10 basic words with very and replaced them with more smarter and advanced English words. And I believe that you have already started using them in your conversations. So today I got another set of 10 common English words that you need to stop using them so that you will allow yourself to be part of new 10 English words in place of very. And thank you for watching our last video and sharing your lovely comments in the comment sections. So let's get started. If you're first time at our channel, then please subscribe and press this bell icon so that you'll be notified for all our upcoming videos. So let's get started. The girl dress was very fancy. Of course, our first word is very fancy. Now, the very fancy word can be replaced with a new word called lavish. Lavish. Now we can say that the girl dress was lavish. So you can stop using the very fancy word and start using the new word called lavish so that you sound more fluent and smarter. Next word is very creative. Today's students are very creative. Now, the very creative word can be replaced with a new word called innovative. And we can say, today's students are very innovative. Let's move on to the third word, and that is very short. The story was said by the lecturer was very short. And now, the very short word can be replaced with a new word called as brief. So we can say, the story was explained or said by a lecturer was brief. Let's move on to the next word, and that is very careful. Very careful. You need to be very careful while dealing with electronic gadgets. Let's replace this very careful word with a new word called cautious. Now we can say, you need to be cautious while dealing with new electronic gadgets. So you need to be very cautious. Right? Let's move on to the fifth word, and that is very old. Very old. Example, the Egypt pyramids are very old monuments in the world. Now the very old is a really very old word, right? So now very old, that can be replaced with a new word called ancient. So we can say the Egypt pyramids are ancient monuments in the world. Let's move on to the sixth word, and that is very boring. Very boring. Example, the acting of the famous stars are very boring. Now, let's replace very boring with a new word called dull. Dull. Now we can say the acting of the stars are very dull. So we have easily replaced very boring with a new word called dull. Let's move on to the next word, and that is very excited. Very excited. Now let's look at the example. All the audience are very excited before the show. Here, the very excited word can be replaced with a new word called thrilled. Now we can say all the audience are thrilled before the show starts. Isn't it? Lovely. Let's move on to the next word, and that is very lovely, very lovely. This is my very lovely kitten. Now, the very lovely word can be replaced with a word called adorable. And we can say, this is my adorable kitten. So, stop saying the very lovely and start using adorable in the place of very lovely. Right? Let's move on to the 9th word, and that is very rich. Very rich. He is very rich person in the world. And now, very rich can be replaced with a new word called wealthy. Wealthy. And now we can say, he is wealthy person in the world, isn't it? Let's move on to the last word of this session, and that is very funny. Very funny. An example, the student's act was very funny on the dais, on the platform. Now, very funny word can be replaced with a new word called hilarious. And we can say, the student's act was hilarious at the platform. Right? Friends, before you click on to the next video, let's go for a quick revision of what you learned today. We have upgraded our English with a new 10 words in the place of very. And those are very lovely, adorable, very rich, wealthy, very funny, hilarious, very creative, innovative, very fancy, lavish, very creative, innovative, very short, brief, very careful, cautious, very old, ancient, very boring, dull. Hope this video has helped you. If you like this video, please hit the like button and share your feedback in the comment sections. So thanks for watching. Catch you with the 3rd video of this series. Until that, take care.